Hey guys, Buff from GameBad today bringing out a video, and today we're going over Shadow Company loadouts or kits here in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. We did the Delta video the other day, so go ahead and check that out on the channel if you guys missed it. Today we're going to be covering Shadow Company gear and loadouts for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, applicable to pretty much everything. So first off, to start, we're going to go with the operators, and we have a good amount of weapons to get through, so I'm not going to go through every attachment. I'm going to show you the builds. But operator-wise, first and foremost, obviously, the number one skin here is going to be the Militant skin from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This is what you got for hitting max rank in Season 6. So if you guys got it, this is your go-to for sure. Number one Shadow Company skin right here. Now, the good thing about Shadow Company, there's other skins here. We'll take a look. For Thirst, you have the Rasp skin, which is another Shadow Company skin, which looks, again, really, really good. This is almost better. I think it's better than the one we got for the base operator in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So you have the Rasp skin. Then you obviously have a good amount of other ones here from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. We have Velkin. His base one, I think, is the best. So Velkin OG from Modern Warfare 2019. Really good for Shadow Company. Then you have Oz. He's another Shadow Company operator from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I kind of like this skin the best on him for some reason. Don't know why. But again, they're all Shadow Company skins. But for whatever reason, this one I like the best. I just think the base one is a little bit too plain for me. So is the Black Cell ones are a little bit plain and ridiculous. This one looks pretty cool. Looks very similar to Velkin, though. So I think you might as well just run Velkin in that case. Obviously, you have, if we go ahead and jump over, you have Rose and some of her skins from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. But I think one of the big ones there is going to obviously be, if we go to find the Ranger operators here, you had the Barrage skin. Again, this I believe was a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 store item, or maybe it was a Season Battle Pass item. I can't remember. So this is the Barrage operator. Another Shadow Company skin. Looks really clean. And then, like I said, you have some Rose skins for sure. The number one of the other number one skins, though, I think is going to be Graves. So Graves obviously has some really good skins here. I don't really like the Black Cell ones, but I think these first two, Shadow 1 and just Graves base skin, really good skins. But for me personally, I'm all about the Militant skin, so that's what we'll be running here for this. So the Militant skin, all the way, looks really, really clean here in game. Jump into the weapons. So, like I said, we have a lot to get through. So the good thing about Shadow Company is that there is no right or wrong weapon. Now, of course, whenever I'm shooting a video, nothing wants to cooperate here correctly and even show the gun. So that's fun. So here we go. Now, Shadow Company, they're a private military contractor, so they can be from any nation, any country, and run any gun. So you can really have a lot of fun with this. We're going to go some of the ones here, I think I'll put in here, but others we've seen historically Shadow Company use in this series of games and the previous Modern Warfares. So first off, we're going to run the AN-94, or what I dub the AN-23. So this is going to be the SVA 545 build. Now, I've gone through this build in the past on the channel, but pretty much this is what you're going to be running is we're going to run here for the purpose of this, the base barrel. You can swap the laser out for the long barrel would probably be better if you're going to run this in Warzone. But again, we're going to run the Gauge 9 mono. This is a PBS4 suppressor. SC 1 milliwatt PEC just to give us that tan PEC 15 look on the side. The Taz Nightfall 2.5. This is a pretty good scope, honestly. I think it zooms in. It feels like it's more than 2.5. Then we have the main V6 stock. Excuse me. This is going to give us. This is the original AN-94 butt stock. This is going to give us the gun kick control and recoil control on this. So that's a good one. 60 round quad stack casket mag, and then obviously that's it. So you can swap out the laser for the longer barrel. This one here to get max damage at range if you want. But for the purposes of this is a pretty good looking AN-94 or AN-23. Yeah, I really like that optic on it. You'll see it when we jump into the firing range. So the AN-23, AN-94 here for Shadow Company and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. The next one we have the ACR. So jumping into this one, the ACR. This is a nice black build. We're going to run the MCW with the Spitfire suppressor. We're going to run the MWIII 13-inch barrel on this. Now, this one is an interesting choice. You're losing a little bit of recoil on this. However, you're gaining good bullet velocity and damage at range. So I think that's a good one, and it looks really nice. Then we're going to run the CZ1 milliwatt PEC. Again, just to give us that nice PEC 15 look. Going to run the EOTech with the flip or the GG 582 hybrid. And then we're going to run that Magpul vertical foregrip or the OPX9. This is our Magpul Masada or the Remington ACR for Shadow Company and we're running the black or the charcoal camo on this to give it all black, again to fit with Shadow Company. So let's go to back out, check out these ones in the gunsmith or the gun shooting range, I should say. So first up, the AN-23. Really nice looking inspect there. Now again, the best way to fire this is always tap firing, but you can see the optic looks great. You can even do the tack aim. I don't know why you would want it with this particular build though. Again, if you tap fire in full auto, it'll give you that hyper burst, and the gun's not going to have any recoil. I did a Warzone weapons video on this. The thing is a beast, and it kills super quick if you know how to tap fire, just like you would in Modern Warfare 2019. So that's the AN-23. Now we have the Remington ACR. For Shadow Company, really clean. This thing shoots stupid flat. As it does, damage seems to always be the issue with this particular weapon, but shoots super flat. Not even the best recoil build either. But again, with the build here, I think the barrel, you're getting good damage at range and velocity increases also, which is nice. So, Remington ACR, really clean. Go ahead and back out. Now again, we have a lot to get through here for weapon-wise. I don't want this video to be too long, so we're going to kind of go through these fast. We're going to run the MTZ 762. This is the Bren 2 BR. Achievement is 762 by 51. So we're going to run the Bore 490 muzzle brake compensator on here. Again, for best recoil control. We're going to run the clinch barrel. This is going to give us best recoil control and a little bit of bullet velocity increase. Going to run that Ollie laser. Again, just for aim down sight speed, aiming stability, etc. The Vortex flip. Give you a nice 5x magnification with a 1x flip. And then we're going to have the Bruin tilt grip there as well on this. So this is our Bren 2 BR. This thing is a really underrated weapon. It hits like a truck, and honestly, compared to the Scar H, like the rate of fire, the recoil, everything like that is night and day different and better. So this is really your best alternative over the Scar H, I would say, is the Bren 2 BR or the MTZ 762. Next up, we're going to run the MWIII or the TR-76 Geist. So let's see here if we can get in private game with this and look at it. Would be really cool if we could see the gun, but alas, we cannot. So this is the final build here. You can see we're running the Spitfire suppressor, the VLK 7 milliwatt. We're going to run that new Hollow Sun optic on there. I believe it is. Somebody corrected me. I was calling it a Vortex in the Delta video, so hopefully I got it right there. It's a Hollow Sun. I forget the actual name of the other, but it is a Hollow Sun, I believe. Correct me again if I butchered that. We have the EXF Trapper Comb, and we have the Bruin Pivot Tilt Grip on this thing. So this is our MWIII. Now, I've been using this in Warzone. It is a very good gun. So this is one of the Modern Warfare 2 guns that I've had a good amount of success with, I would say. Really nice gun. It performs very well in Warzone. Definitely in multiplayer for sure. So here is the Bren 2 BR, achievement is 762 by 51 millimeter. And again, we have the flip optic there. So that's our Bren 2 BR. Now here's our MWIII, chambered in 762 by 39 millimeter, a Russian cartridge, same as the AKMs, AK-103 series. Really good rate of fire on this thing, and again, you can build this up a little bit better probably. This is not like a Warzone specific build. We're going more so for aesthetics with this. When you start going out to that 50+ meter range with this particular build is where it kind of falls off. But it is a really good build, and I really do like this optic. For whatever reason, I know a lot of people say they're not liking it, but I think it shoots very flat and is good to use. So that's our MWIII for Shadow Company. Go ahead, next up we have a Scar H. So Shadow Company, historically in Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare series ran a lot of Scar H's. We saw it in Modern Warfare 2019 also. So we're going to run that 12-inch barrel for a CQC build, 1 milliwatt PEC, Soro 7, the TAC Brute stock there for recoil control, and the bipod foregrip there as well. And again, we have no camo on this, just the base TAC V or the Scar H Mark 17 comes in black. So that's nice that we have the black already at base. We don't need to put a camo on it. We get that nice tan PEC there also. That's our Scar Heavy. Next up, UMP. Again, this is one that we saw Shadow Company using quite a bit in the original Modern Warfare series as well. So we have the Black Kite suppressor here. We have the VLK 7 milliwatt, the Lone Wolf optic, which is that EOTech. We have the 48 round magazine, just because the 48 round is the real life model for the 30 rounds. So they kind of messed that up, whereas the 30 round is a 20 round and the 20 round is a 10. And then we have the MagPull vertical foregrip, or the Op X9 foregrip there. So that's our UMP 45. And this thing is really good in Warzone, obviously. A lot of fun to use. Able to drop players relatively consistently, I would say. So jumping to the firing range here with our Scar H. You can just see the kick on this versus the Bren 2 BR that we showed. Like, the kick is significantly more, it feels like, the visual obstruction versus the Bren 2. It feels like with the 20-round mag utilization, we're able to get all three of these targets with the 20-round mag on that. And here, not so much. It's just kicking all over the place. But that's unfortunate. But again, you can build this up, make it pretty good. But it is a good gun. That's the Mark 17 of the Scar H. Then we have the UMP 45. Shooting 45 ACP. Again, really flash shooting. Even when you stretch it out there, it's still pretty flash shooting. You can even build better versions of this gun for Warzone, obviously, if you wanted to. Really fun gun. I'm glad they brought this back as the UMP 45 and not the Striker 45 or the whatever the UR whatever it was called in Modern Warfare 2019 was not the it was the Americanized version of the UMP 45. Not a great gun. I prefer this one much better. Next up, jumping into it, we're gonna run a P90. Yes, so the P90, we saw this used by Shadow Company in the original series as well. So we're gonna run the Black Kite suppressor again, the 9.5 Duke 30 barrel, the short barrel on this. Then we're going to run a 7 milliwatt laser, a Mac 8 on-track comb, and we're going to run for the rail there, we're going to run that integral optic. So I'll go back to that there. That integral optic on there is your rail attachment, and that gives you the integral P90 optic that you would see on a lot of these weapons. So we'll go ahead and go back to that. So we have I don't know why private matches are really messed up today. They're just not showing the weapon, unfortunately. But there's your integral optic. So that's the P90. And again, P90 is a really underrated weapon. It performs very, very well in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. So here we have a Mark 46 build. We're going to run that 23-inch Horizon barrel to give us the Mark 46 build. We're going to run the VLK 7 milliwatt Vortex 90 optic. We're going to run the Tor 56 stock just for a little bit better ergo. You're going to hurt the recoil there, though. And then we're going to run the Op X9 with the MagPull vertical foregrip. So that's our Mark 46 with our 100-round nutsack there looking really clean. Go ahead and back out, and we will jump into the firing range with these two weapons. P90 here. Again, really underrated weapon. You don't see a lot of people using this ever. Not even in Modern Warfare 2 did you see a lot of people using it. But this is a really underrated weapon. I never saw anyone really using it in Modern Warfare 2019 either. And it was always a very consistent performing weapon. So, again, not the best build, but you can make it better if you have a 50-round magazine at base, so you don't need to put any other ammo attachments on there. It's just a really good gun, high rate of fire, and it's going to crush up close. So this is a weapon I don't know why a lot of people aren't using, but they should be. Next up, our Mark 46. Firing 5.56 by 45 NATO. Now, typically we would see Shadow Company with like 240s, MG4, RPD in the original series. Here in this one, I don't really think we saw them with any LMGs in the reduced trilogy. But Mark 46 would definitely be on that list. Next up, we have Sniper Rifle, the Intervention. So the Intervention is one that they would use a lot in the original trilogy as well. We have the Kyros 29-inch barrel with the bipod. So that's your best barrel for bullet velocity and range. And you have the bipod mount, so you're getting a lot with just that one attachment. We're going to run that Raptor optic for the rangefinder, the Rib 40 stock for better aiming stability. We're going to run the 7-round magazine and then high velocity rounds. Again, high velocity rounds just to give us that better bullet velocity on this weapon without killing our damage at range. So that is the Intervention, or the M200. And then shotguns, the Benelli M4 seemed like a fitting choice. So we're going to run the Bryson Choke for tighter pellet spread, the 419mm salvo barrel for better recoil and range, 7mW laser, going to run the CZ Recharge or that Leopold 1x optic, and the padded shotgun comb on this. So this thing's semi-auto. Definitely a slept-on gun for sure. You don't see anyone using that really. I didn't really notice a lot of people using it in Modern Warfare 2. Especially not here in Modern Warfare 3. So go ahead and jump into it. Here's our Intervention. And our Benelli. We'll just preview this first. Really nice animation there. So again, this is a close-up build. It seems like they nerfed the rate of fire possibility, maybe. And then we have the Intervention firing that 408 Chi-Tech. Especially with that Raptor. Just mount it. So it's really clean. Go ahead and back out, and we'll select our next round of weapons here. These are our last ones. Then we have one more honorable mention as well. So here is the M4. Obviously, Shadow Company loves M4s. This is our DD M4V7 build from Daniel Defense. So we have the 419 EXF barrel, 1mW PEC for that PEC 15, the tan build there. And we're not running any camos on this also. So you're retaining that camo. We're going to run that new Hollow Sun thermal sight. We're going to run the Demo Fade Pro stock for the DD-M4 V7 buttstock and the Lockwood Precision or that Ranger, the Ranger foregrip from Modern Warfare 2019. So that's our M4, DD-M4 V7. Super clean build right there. That is very aesthetically pleasing. Definitely something Shadow Company would run. Then we have our Delta SR25 EMC. So we're going to be running the 12-inch barrel, OLEV laser, EOTech optic or the Lone Wolf. Going to run the Socken ZX grip for recoil control. So you can see they're going to get 7% across the board for recoil control. And then we're going to run the Bruin pivot vertical grip. This is going to give you better vertical control and gun kick. A little bit of loss on the horizontal, but it's not going to kill you too much, especially if you're using this at close quarters. So this is our Delta SR25 EMC. Let's go ahead and look at the M4. So here's our DD-M4 V7. Looks super clean with that Hollow Sun on there. And again, pretty flat shooting. You could get rid of the laser maybe, or the buttstock, or a larger magazine, and this thing is very flat shooting. I'm actually a little bit surprised how flat shooting it is. Except for right there, that was a pretty bad example of recoil control, but it does feel really good. These mid-range fights where it should be effective at seem like they're going to be ideal for this. You're just going to want a larger mag for Warzone, for sure. But that's our DDM4 V7. And here's our Delta SR25 EMC. So again, you can tap fire this pretty quickly. This is close quarters for 7.62x51 NATO, so it will hit like a truck. I did a lot of builds on this in DMZ. Not the best build here. You really want to kind of compensate a little bit more for the horizontal control. I think the pineapple grip is the best for that. But again, still a pretty good build for sure. A Delta SR25 EMC. And the last one here we'll look at right here in game is a nice AK-104 build. I'll show you the build after we get out. But you're running base 30 round mag, that short Midwest Industries M-Lock barrel. We're running the PEC-15 again at 1 milliwatt. And then we're running the Zenico PT1 buttstock and the Russian hollow on there. So again, not the greatest build, but if you're running at closer quarters, it's going to be pretty good. The recoil isn't too bad on it, but you're going to want to put some different attachments on there probably too, depending on what ranges you're planning on using it. It is a close quarters weapon, so I really wouldn't recommend it outside of the 30-meter range. Like that long target at 50 is pretty hard to hit, honestly, just because of the horizontal bounce. So you could probably put a different attachment on there for it. But that is our AK-104. Great reload there. Take a look at that build really fast for you guys. So here's our AK-104. Again, that 342 milliwatt socket KL barrel, 1 milliwatt PEC. The Krios Hollow, or however you're supposed to pronounce that, the MWIII R7 stock, and the Hex 40 grip. So you can definitely make a little bit of a better build, but that's a super clean looking build for sure. So those are our Shadow Company builds. Let me know what you guys think down below. Again, memberships are live on the channel. We do have merchandise available down below here of the video that you're watching. Members do get 25% off, so if you do join up, make sure you join the Discord, or get a hold of me in the comments here, or myself or one of the mods, and we'll get you that 25% discount code. If you're not a member, you get 10% off with the early bird code that should be available on the page. Any issues with that, let me know. Until next time, this is BigMikeMW Gaming with Shadow Company kits and loadouts. Till next time, BigMikeMW Gaming out.